Hello everyone. Let's wrap gifts. Aren't these beautiful? They come from Tractor Supply. It's the Red Shed brand and they have chickens. Pretty. Alright. I'm so glad that you came to see me today. And this is Rebecca from Rebecca's Beautiful ASMR Addiction. And I have bought my Christmas presents this year early, and this specifically is the karaoke Bluetooth microphone, you guys. I think that a couple of my grandkids, will really appreciate this. I have a couple of kids in the family that like to sing. I'm going to try out my little elf helper here. Okay, it's actually not that complicated, but I'm not used to using it. Fits it on the tube and just straight up. I'll highly recommend that you take the gift off of your paper. Like that. It's causing me some problems. It would just go more smoothly if you freed up the paper. But I'm stubborn. It's plenty sharp enough. You just have to keep things at the right angle. Now, I don't know, how a Bluetooth microphone works. I understand how. No. Okay, I don't know technology. I don't get it. But you should be able to just hook this microphone right up to your phone or device somehow. And kids these days are so technologically inclined that they'll know what to do with this. Alright. Let's set that over there because I'm going to use that other piece. I'm keeping my tape dispenser over to the right of me. You can't see it. I just didn't want it to be as loud in the microphone. So, that way I'll feel free to just yank that tape off of there. Not worry about being too loud or obnoxious. So, let's begin with our first piece. Now, I'm not showing it in this video, but I have to tell you, I got the coolest tape dispenser. It's super weighted, and it can hold my packing tape. I can now just masking tape. Just roll it off the end and perforate it. No more holding this crazy big device in my hand. I can just pull it off the end of this. It's very cool. I'd love to show you another time. This would seem like the time, but it's not. This time. Alright. Now, I gotta tell you, I have gotten onto the internet a million times and watched these special wrapping videos. And I can't retain a gosh darn thing about how they said you should wrap it better this way, it wraps better that way. And I can't. I go right back to my traditional way of doing it. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Although I've learned a few regarding other things, but this kind of stuff just doesn't stick with me. Especially since I've been doing it this way forever. Oh man, I wanted to have the thing on the front here. I think it would be better if the box was up front. Oh well, it'll get seen. I'm not gonna rewrap it. I think I'll put these little Christmas stickers on the ends to cover the tape. Isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, I think put another one on the other end. Okay, I think that's good. Just adds a little more dimension, I think, and insurance that the ends will stay closed. Because the wrapping paper is kind of country and rustic, I'm using raffia ribbon. I have all this ribbon that's glittery and gorgeous, but the theme is country today. Oh yes, and my Hoosier and the scene you're looking at basically behind my table is also, I tried to keep it a little bit more let's say less glitzy, shiny, and more old-fashioned and country. I think to hold the ribbon on, I'm going to use one of these stickers. It'll keep it from sliding up and down, I think. There we go. See, and it makes it look nice too. You can still see the fox and stuff. So that's our wild animal. Microphone. As opposed to the it had all these glittery lights and gewgaws and stuff. This is my homespun country corner here in the kitchen. And basically the candles are the only lights going. So the reason I'm not talking about what who gets what gift is because there is a remote possibility that my grandchildren may see this video. And where it's not a big horrible deal that they know what's coming, and no one will know which gift is for who. So, I got two families, two households that I'm sending to. Well, actually three. Because my eldest granddaughter no longer lives at home. She is married now and has her own child. Little baby Yule. She named him Yule, as in like the old-time actor Yul Brynner. Yule. Y-U-L. Sweet baby. So her and her husband don't live with mom anymore, but I will still send his gifts to my eldest daughter's household because they get together a lot. They live nearby each other. This year I'm only buying gifts for the grandkids. Last year I bought gifts for the adults, and I just don't have as much money this year. So, grandkids it is. And these gifts I ordered off of Amazon because they are still a little less expensive than the catalogs. I think last year I did some Vermont country store. See? Got the fox on the front. Fox and a lamb, or deer, I mean. These are woodland creatures. I do like that look. I never think of doing that before, I guess because I knew that ribbon was going to go around the ends, but I'm not going to do it that way this year. I like that. So yeah, the grandkids don't know whose is what. Come on. Reminds me of playing with Tinker toys here. Giant pieces. Okay, this ribbon's gonna go in the middle Anyway, so my third household is my daughter Brianna and Avery. They're in California, so there's 3 boxes I'm going to send out. And I'm not telling you who's getting what, so. Okay, I've said that 3 times now, so I think you got it. This is a heated blanket. All these features, you guys, isn't that nice? And it's must be quite vacuum packed because it's fitting in that little box. It's not a blanket. Blanket is a throw. It's a heated throw. And I got a neutral color. I sure would have loved to show you all these things outside their box, but I did not want to break into them because that kind of messes with the specialness of it for the kid. And actually, I think the box is kind of ugly, to be honest. But yeah, it's an electric throw, and that's to keep the grandkids all toasty warm. It's usually adults who get to have an electric blanket, but I think the kids would like it. I'm trying to make this to a position so you can see what I'm doing. See how smooth that is? So much easier than scissors. And the thing about with scissors though, you know, it just, you don't get as clean of a line. This is so precise. Okay. We only need enough to coat the sides. I'll let you in on a secret. Oh, not regarding Christmas. Regarding my methodology. In a video like this, where I'm going to be making noises like cutting and stuff, I choose to do a soft-spoken voice because it records more easily over louder noises. And I tend to do the whispering over the ones that are more quiet. Nevertheless, I do try to get at least one whispering and one soft-spoken per week. I try. And then, of course, that amounts to, and usually, hopefully, 2 non-talking videos as well. And in case you are new here, still listening, I will tell you that in most cases there are two versions to my videos. There will be a talking and a no talking version. So look out for the same video with no talking the next day. That matches this paper. Get up. See how nicely that matches. What do you think of these chickens? You little baby chicks. I love this paper. I love all of them that I got. And, of course, not of course, but I did buy this paper half price from the Tractor Supply after Christmas, so it comes from last year. But just in case they have them again, I'll let you know. Tractor Supply. And the Red Shed is the name brand of most of their country things they sell at Tractor Supply. Alright. That's not so simple sometimes, especially if I have extra paper. Helps to cut it perfectly to size, but I don't always. Right on the end. And I love how that matches. Right, what colors? This one, it looks like it goes in this one. See, I already picked out the various colored raffia ribbons beforehand. I don't like having too many choices when I'm actually doing the chore. I'd so much rather be organized while I'm sitting here. And I am sitting mostly. I've only stood up a couple of times. Sometimes you have to see over it. Look at all those chickies. They get all different faces and expressions. It's so cute. Alright. That's good. I'm going to put the ribbon at the top here because that will allow you to see the chickens better. Okay, sticker on the back. Sticker on the back. Keep it where I want it to go. Ho, ho, ho. And a Merry Christmas. Gonna move these around a little bit. Now, this is a camera that prints out your picture. It reminds me so much of the old Polaroids that we used to have was young. Isn't that funny how we've come full circle? But with this new technology, it works way differently. But I think the kids will enjoy having a actual hard copy, so to speak, of their digital pictures they take on this device. I don't know how it's going to work, you guys. I don't. When I was a kid, we had these Polaroid cameras, and you would just snap a picture, and then the think here. I'll finish that thought in a second here. That worked good in this case. Oh, Becca. Just don't want to move the gift off up there. Got it. Okay, so anyway, I was saying when I was young, and you would take that picture and a piece of almost cardboard paper would come out, and the picture wouldn't show up immediately. There was some kind of chemical reaction that had to happen, and slowly the picture that you took would show up. We would always wave it around in the air as if that helped, but I don't know if it ever did. Just gotta flap the picture in your hand. But you couldn't touch the front of it or anything, or it would smudge or smear. And it's interesting because, you know, they really were chemicals. If you ingested any of that stuff, it would be bad news, I think. But back then, you know, kids were responsible. Parents didn't worry about kids doing stupid stuff. Maybe they should have, but we had, like I had the easy bake oven, right? Back when I was a kid, and you could make little miniature cakes in tiny miniature cake pans in a little miniature easy bake oven. So much fun, you guys. I loved pretending to be a mom and baking cakes and stuff. That's a toy that has been recalled and remade to be more safe. And it's like, why? Well, I guess some kids got burnt on the light bulbs or something that was baking the cake. Oh my, what? Seriously? I put that upside down because my box is upside down. And I think I saw it on a video. I watched a video where they recount with you all of the different toys that have been recalled for lack of safety. And yes, indeed, I also had the click-clacks, they were called, I think. And they were just too heavy the acrylic balls that would just, you would clap them back and forth. It's hard to explain, but alright, let's see. I think I'm going to use two, since the chickens are multicolored, I'm going to use this and the red. So red and a kind of an orangey. I don't even know what you call the color of that other one. Is it kind of a brown? I don't know. We're going to add some white though to make all three colors sort of tie in together here. Yeah, I like the look of that. It's pretty sweet. And there's no design that needs to be looked around, so right in the middle's fine. I like. Okay. Sticker for the back. Doesn't matter which direction it goes. Pretty. Now I have to do another one of these because I bought two. And this will keep it somewhat of a mystery because no one knows who's getting what, as we said before. The leftover piece needs to be a bit trimmed. Okay, I decided to put a different lantern hanging over the stairs. I really like having something there because it's like in the old days when you had to go up the stairs, you'd have to carry your little lamp stand, but were always hanging lamps as well. Okay, I don't know any of that for a fact, alright? Confession time. But I just like having it hang by the stairs because it's like that's what's lighting your way as you go up. But not really. We have a light switch. I just never want to turn my stair light on during a video, and the reason is because the woodwork on the wall and on the stairs, we have not completely cleaned it or cared for it yet, and some of it's quite marked up and scarred and dirty. Not filthy dirty, just, it needs to be fixed up. And that's all just a bunch of chit chat while I do what I'm doing. But I like the idea of the little cottage hanging there as a lamp. Snow on the roof. There is a candle burning in there, but it's not real clear or visible like the orange lantern was. And I got my cinnamon sticks out. Christmas linens, Santa. honestly, if and when I decorate, not if, and when I decorate the whole house, because I haven't done the whole thing yet, I may rearrange some of the decorations in the kitchen here. Get that more towards the middle. And put another sticker. Put another sticker. Alright, now I had another heated blanket throw. I just saved it for last because it was so big. And also because when I tried to wrap it earlier, something happened and I threw the biggest temper tantrum I have had in a long time. Sometimes when things just don't go my way, oh my gosh, I can be like a petulant child and just yell and throw things. Okay, so that's what I do sometimes. I think I threw the wrapping paper roll across the room. Yeah, just some days are like that. I had to be honest with you. So, that's the real reason I saved it until last. Well, it's not last. I've got one more kit to do. But it's a little bit different than the rest. It's for baby Yule, and I can tell you the last one is for the baby. That's okay because he's too young to know what I'm doing here. These pieces are so big, it's easier just to tape it as I go to make them stay put. If you don't hold it just right, I tell you, everything can just loosen right back up and you have a problem. Okay. Sticker. I think I'm going to do a different ribbon on this one this time. I wasn't really looking at the fact that there is some black on this package, and it could pass for red. I mean green. See, this green is so dark, but it actually appears to match black. Okay, see what I'm saying? It ties in, if you will. It's a black cap, but you know what? They should have given them green caps, red and green. I like that, you guys. Look. See, it matches, kinda. Okay, right on the seam there. Keeps it all together. Pokemon toy and a car. I was told by my daughter that Yule, her grandson, likes Pokemon. I think, 2 years old is probably too young for Pokemon cards, but he might like the Pokemon toy. Hope he doesn't have one already. And this item is so awkward that I couldn't wrap them in a box. We'll just hide it in some tissue. That's the great thing about gift bags. It gives you a little more freedom, I think. And she told me that he likes toy cars, so a little red race car, yellow race car is perfect, I think. It's the wind-up kind. Mama can show her show him how to use it. I guess you just pull it back and put it on the ground and then just pull it back. I love those kind of ropes. And then it just rips forward. Whoosh. Okay, so I need to do something else to this. Just go ahead and tie the handles together so he can't get into it as easily. Well, she'll have to hide it anyway. By the way, except for the Pokemon toy, everything here I got from Amazon. The Christmas gifts, anyway. I am going to take these little cardboard things and attach them to the ribbon and put their names on it. But I'm not going to film it, you guys. I just thought you'd like to imagine how pretty these are going to be on the front, dangling with their names. So, I need to get one little sticker onto this gift of Yule's, so it will bring it all together for the grouping. And there happens to be a little tear there anyway. That'll fortify it. And there's another little weak spot here. Put some tape on it. Alright, that's done. Let's put these up and arrange them. And so that's about it, y'all. I just want to and wish you a happy December. There we go. See you in the next video. Bye bye.